Hello, dear speech students, and welcome to our first speech, the Icebreaker speech. It is important for you to know that this speech is informal, it is not graded, and it is diagnostic. However, it will be video recorded for us to keep a record of where you guys, the point where you start, so that we can measure, how you finish the course. Okay, so let's get started. The icebreaker speech is one more of those Toastmaster speeches we talked about. Remember that Toastmasters is a methodology that I'm using in our course and that fosters public speaking. The icebreaker speech is the first speech that we are going to conduct. It is an informal speech and it is short. The idea of the icebreaker speech is to introduce yourself to the group and have them get to know you better. In this particular group, this is an important speech because you guys already know each other, most of you, and so you have to make it striking to make sure that people learn things that they don't know about you. So, what we're gonna do is you talk about the most familiar topic to you, yourself. Okay, so that's why we don't need a lot of preparation because it's about you. You're going to prepare a 4 to 6 minute presentation. Remember that speeches in our class happen in the classroom. Choose 3 or 4 aspects of yourself to share with the group so they get to know you better. For new students, that's easy because they don't know anything about you, but for people you have shared a couple of semesters with, then you need to make information striking. Choose to talk about your education, your family, how you became a student at Unica, an incident that has made you who you currently are, etc. Talk about things that are not the typical thing you normally tell people about yourself. Once you have the topic, you need to weave it into a story. The idea for here is to tell the story of who you are to your classmates. Be personal. This speech is a very personal speech. It's important that we break the ice in our group and that we create the environment for sharing anything in our course. So this speech needs to have an opening, a body, and a conclusion. Create an interesting sentence that captures the audience's attention. Also create one for closing. Memorize them. Those are kind of good tips. So you create the opening, you create the conclusion, and you make sure you remember them. Select 3 or 4 main points and illustrate them with examples and anecdotes. Remember, you only have from 4 to 6 minutes, so manage your time wisely. Choose your points and illustrations carefully. Too much information might overwhelm your audience. Remember that the idea of this speech is to make a point about who you are. So make that point. Remember, selecting 3 points and developing them is better than just saying too many things. How do you prepare your talk? Practice the talk. Tell it to someone. Maybe not someone who speaks English, maybe your little brother or sister, maybe your cat or your dog. Record the speech and then listen to it to decide whether you like it. So you can just put your phone to record or your computer's video camera and you listen to it and you see if you like the final result before you present it to us in the classroom. Think about this is a talk given to your friends. So imagine you're at a party, birthday party, and you're telling a story about you, just to a group of friends. So do not overstress, do not get overexcited, just tell the story as you normally would to a group of good friends. Appearance is important. Be well groomed and appropriately dressed. I'm not saying dress up, I'm just saying be well groomed. What about the day you present your talk? Relax. That's the first thing. Very important. Greet the audience politely. For this speech, we are going to greet. Okay. Make eye contact with the audience. Remember what we highlighted in the feedback session for the table topics last day? Observe time limits. I will stop you at 6 minutes, so please make sure you observe time limits. Finish with your strong conclusion. Remember that people are going to walk out of the room when you give a speech with the last idea you present, so make sure that idea is strong. Okay, I think you're ready for your first speech, the icebreaker speech. So see you in class, and I can wait to hear from you. Bye.